Senator Lambie, great to see you as always. Can you give us a sense of the mood you're picking up? I know you've been talking to locals in northwest Tassie for every day since we've last spoke, and I just want to get a sense from you. What's the political vibe you're picking up? Because it's that seat is Braddon and it's held by the Liberal Party. Labor's hopeful that might be able to pick that one up. What's your read?
I'm actually not getting vibe. People don't seem to give a bloody stuff, to be honest with you. It's really weird down here. I have to be honest with you, I think it'll be next week that you really start, once those postal votes start to come out, people are just not clicked on. I mean, people are really struggling. I think that's half the problem. They're pretty bloody pissed off with our politicians, as you can imagine, at the moment. And I just think that they're getting on with it. I just don't think election mode hasn't sank in for them, if you know what I mean. I think they're still, once all that rubbish goes out into the post boxes and that's when it'll start to sink in. I'd give them another week before I start really commenting on that. They're sort of getting on with their daily grind.
Okay. Yeah, and the drama internationally probably provides a bit of fodder on the news networks. Certainly for us, it does. The Trump drama. It's hard to keep track of where things are at. The markets are back up now, but for your constituents, for those in Tassie, it's all about the bread and butter issues still, I guess.
Well, I think they're like me. They just wake up in the morning saying, is that bloke still around? Seriously, he's hanging around like a bad smell. Honestly, it's amusing them down here, to be honest, but they are concerned if they're just going, oh my God, what is this thing? Anyway, that's what it's like down here. So it is a bit of amusement, but it is a concern, Kieran. It's glad that he's dropped those tariffs, left them at 10%. That's a good start. We're still sitting in the same position we were yesterday and the day before. But it's the... I think it's the China-United States of America a trade war that's going to be fascinating. I think that is, I just don't know where that's going to go. That's only going to be like a long cheese board, mate, with a barrel of wine ready to go over the next few months. But, so I'm just not sure. But, I mean, he had to do something. For God's sakes, the bonds were falling down bloody faster than what you pour gravy over roast potato, mate. I mean, what was he supposed to do? At least if we know he's awake and someone's alerted him to it. Seriously, it's just so unpredictable, Kieran. So unpredictable, mate.
I want to ask you about this is something Adam Bandt was focusing on yesterday, but I know you and David Pocock have pushed for some changes to the treatment of property tax. What's your position as we head into the election and whatever form the government takes beyond it? What's your message to those that form power?
Well, we were hoping we would have got this deal done, actually, David and I, in the last 3 years, but it seemed to not so. But we'll see in the next parliament. But, we did the tables. We got economic costing done. We realised that, with 75% of those that own a house own one house and one house only. It's the only other 25% that we're concerned about. And of course, always honouring those deals we've done, because that is Australian ways, the values, and making sure those people are already giving negative gearing, that we continue to honour those agreements. But, for one or two houses for most Australians, which if they can afford it, that's what, most of them have, that's a good thing. When we did the modelling on it, we would actually save in the long run, in the next 10 years, about $16 billion. It was incredible. It needs to be put on the table. We're not back in 2019. People are a lot more alert now that they're getting a bit angry that there's a small minority of people out there owning a crap load of houses, and that they could be part of the problem with the shortage of houses down there. So we need to chuck everything in the mix, and that mix needs to be put on the table, mate.